You're Rick f***ing Dalton. Don't you forget it.
If anybody's wondering, that's about as good as pep talks between guys gets. That's it, right there. But before we get to Hollywood's new dynamic duo,
Simba, you must remember who you are.
holding on to the #1 spot this week is Disney's The Lion King, bringing in an estimated $75.5 million in its sophomore weekend. As far as blockbuster movies go, that's a pretty significant drop in ticket sales from its debut weekend. But when you're Disney Pictures, does it really matter?
Avengers! Assemble.
Starting with Avengers Endgame and ending with Aladdin, Disney Pictures is responsible for the top 5 highest grossing films this year, which made upwards of $2.3 billion domestically. Despite the large drop at the domestic box office, analysts expect The Lion King to pass $1 billion worldwide in the next few days, moving past 2016's The Jungle Book, and more importantly, the original Lion King, which got close to the $1 billion mark but never quite made it. But remember, kids, money isn't everything. Disney has more money now than ever, and yet 2019's Be Prepared is still awful. And with that, on to #2.
My hands are registered as lethal weapons. We get into a fight, I accidentally kill you, I go to jail.
Anybody accidentally kills anybody in a fight, they go to jail. It's called manslaughter.
Taking the #2 spot is the 9th film from Quentin Tarantino. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood brought in a better than expected $40 million in its debut weekend. That's the best domestic debut of Tarantino's career, beating out 2009's Inglourious Basterds, which brought in $38 million. There's plenty of factors that helped Tarantino beat his own box office record, but one big one is undoubtedly Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt sharing the silver screen together for the first time.
Gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Despite both having roles in other Tarantino flicks and appearing on the same 90s sitcom early in their careers, the two global megastars have never starred opposite each other in the same feature film. And critics seem to be just as jazzed as the rest of us, giving Once Upon a Time in Hollywood an 86% on the tomato meter. And finally, falling to #3 this week is Spider-Man Far From Home, bringing in an estimated $12 million in its 4th weekend out. As for next week, Testosterone, the movie.